Guys, I love living in Austin. I woke up this morning at about 5:30 a.m., went for a walk. I don't know what you guys listen to, but what I was listening to was the Gospel of John on Spotify, and it's about 2 hours long. I got about halfway through it, and it's the complete Gospel of John, a deeply theological account focused on Jesus Christ as the eternal Word, the Son of God, and the source of true life and light. So that was a great way to start the day. And then I went to a runners club. It's called the Austin's Founder Running Club. And so I'll put a picture right here. Really great group. Everybody in the beginning went through, kind of did like a little bit of an icebreaker. And so I just said, hey, I'm new to Austin. They wanted to know your name and then one thing that you're grateful for in 2025. And so I said, I got the opportunity to travel internationally. I got to go to Dubai. I went to Costa Rica twice. Got to go to a UFC fight. And so 2025 was an awesome year. And then I told them that I had founded my first company 10 years ago called Battle of the Gains, which is all about helping people make gains physically, mentally, spiritually. And I told them how I had traveled the country when the pandemic hit in 2020, 2021, and went to every single state capital in the country, interviewing people all across the country, asking them about mental health and one cool thing about their city. And so I told them that that's what I want to do in Austin now is I want to start hosting events. That's what I was doing, 10 years ago in my hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I was hosting sports tournaments, motivational seminars, and it was awesome. And it was something that I learned a lot, marketing, sales, all the different skill sets that applied to solar that helped me to go out. And my first year in solar in 2022, we did $25 million in revenue. And so this will be my fourth or fifth year in solar now. And so I'll share with you guys what my goals are for this year. I want 2026 to be a breakout year. And so goal number one for this year is to be in the best shape I've ever been. I want to be aesthetic. I want to look like a Greek god. I got a six-pack a year ago. And I actually bet Andy Elliott $10,000 that I could get a six-pack in 90 days. And I went from 225 down to 170 pounds. I lost 45 pounds in 90 days. And he gave me $10,000. I took my shirt off in front of a crowd of 500 people. Everybody said I had a six-pack. And so now I'm at about 215 pounds. I don't want to get back down to 170. I think like 180 is where I'll be this year, like 185. And then I want to keep it. And so that's my first goal, is to get in shape physically. Second goal is I want to do 200 of these shows, talking about 2 or 3 headline news, what's going on in the world, what my thoughts are on them. And so this was just the start of that. And big headline news, right? Like I've never heard of anything like that before, with us literally going and kidnapping a president is essentially what we did. And I think a lot of people are talking about it. People have never seen anything like it. You see the president wearing like a Nike outfit. He's got these weird visors on. And it's just like, what's going on? Like, and apparently he was trafficking drugs and was doing a lot of illegal shit. And so we went in there and he kind of like, I guess, taunted us, saying like, you can't get me. And then 3 hours later, Trump went, and you can see him in the boardroom right now with him and Marco Rubio and all of these politicians, and they're just watching this airstrike happen right now, and it's just like fascinating. And what weird timing too for it happening at the beginning of the year. So curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. Obviously with Neuralink, a lot of people have really strong opinions of that. I think a lot of people are going to be afraid of that, and I think it's going to be interesting how they're going to roll it out in ways that will make people want to get it, such as saying it'll help with your eyesight. It'll help you with if you're paralyzed. And so, I mean, if you can't see and if you're paralyzed, would you get the Neuralink? Would you get it? I think with me, instead of getting Neuralink, I'll probably get my eyesight checked first, maybe get some glasses. But yeah, we're going to be talking about headline news. I want to do 200 shows this year. It's January 3. So I definitely have time to do it if I can do, 5 or 6 of these a week. I want to do 100 courses where I talk about things like organization, leadership, how to have financial prosperity, how to have good relationships, how to be the best version of yourself, right? And so we're going to have those for free on YouTube. I'll put some teasers inside of these daily shows we're doing with the daily gains. And then I want to do 100 podcasts. And so I want to be interviewing entrepreneurs, teachers, coaches, speakers, investors, business owners, politicians, people that are involved in health, just a bunch of cool people, specifically in Austin. I want to be interviewing people in Austin, Texas. And then in solar, my goal is to install 100 solar systems this year. On top of that, I want to visit 25 churches this year, which I know is a lot, but I haven't found a home church yet. I just moved here to Texas. And so I really want to go and just visit all of these different churches, one a week, one every other week. You know, if I pick one, just maybe go to it like every other week, but I really do want to visit 25 different churches, meet the different pastors. I want to go on 25 hiking trails, and I want to go to 50 restaurants, which would just be one a week in Austin, Texas. And so those are my goals for this year. This is the first episode of Daily Gains, where we're going to be bringing you guys the headline news, what's going on in the world. I'm going to be showing you guys some behind the scenes of my life, and really just, I think if anything, this is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. And so this is me taking that next step towards having a daily show. I think it's really cool to be able to just start. And so if anything, I hope that this first episode inspires you guys to start what you want to start. And so in the next episode, I'm going to be going through this workbook that I went through a couple years ago, where it talks about how to find the job, how to find the career that fits your lifestyle, that fits your skill sets, that fits your achievements, that fits the training that you've had. Because being in the solar industry for the last 4 or 5 years, I see a lot of people that get out of the solar industry and then they can't find out what they can't find like their next thing, right? They get into insurance, they get into a different home service job, and they just, like, the people that I'm talking to, at least, they don't feel fulfilled. And I know that there's a lot of people right now that are afraid of AI taking their jobs. Maybe they feel like they're not making as much as they want to be making. And so in the next show, I'm going to be going into depth about how to find your dream job. We'll be talking about the headline news as well. And that's what you guys can expect for the second episode of the Daily Gains. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed the first episode. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Let's go.
That sounds like an amazing wrap up for your first episode. Honestly, you covered so much ground, and I think it's really inspiring how you're tying in all these different goals and experiences from your own life. It's going to be a great journey for your viewers, and I love that you're encouraging them to just start whatever they want to do. So congrats on kicking off the Daily Gains, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the year unfolds.
Let's go, ChatGPT. Thanks for being a great co-host, and I'll see you on the next episode, okay? I promise I won't talk to you again until next one.
You got it. I'm always here whenever you're ready for the next one. It's been a blast co-hosting with you, and I can't wait to see how the show grows. Until then, take care, and I'll catch you on the next episode.